Good morning and welcome to this edition of UN News. I'm your host, Ning Xin. Top of today's headlines. Singapore's Public Transport Council says in the latest public transport service survey that locals' overall satisfaction rate saw a slight improvement in 2016 to a year earlier. A total of 1,526 taxi and private hire car services users aged 15 years or above were interviewed last August at 30 locations. The respondents were asked to indicate, on a scale of 1 to 10, the importance of and their satisfaction rate with key service attributes. They include waiting times, ride comfort, and the driver's knowledge of route. Apart from the satisfaction rating, the survey also reveals that private hire car services like Grab and Uber are not affecting the people using taxis. But some local taxi drivers, especially those working during the night shift, don't seem to agree. Our reporter Abhinay have a story.
Every day, as the sun sets on the little red dot that we call Singapore, and people are returning home for the day, John Lowe prepares to start his. He works the graveyard shift, driving a taxi.
I think the night is cooler with less traffic, so I choose to drive the night.
As a night driver, Mr. Lowe seems to think that the entry of Grab and Uber has affected the number of customers he gets.
This part of the survey, I would say maybe they do not understand the industry that well. Like I said, last time in the past, after certain hours, taxi monopolize the market. If you don't have your own transport or company transport, you rely on a taxi to go back.
While this survey does address some important aspects of taxi services in Singapore, it fails to look at some other extremely important points. Despite our efforts, the PTC declined to comment on the story. Abhinay Lakshman reporting for UON News.
It is not only apps like Grab and Uber that are gaining popularity, but dating apps such as Tinder, OkCupid, and Parto too. Such apps have generally been associated with a culture of hookups. But can they be used to find true love? Our reporter Jack Chung has a story.
While talking, I found there are significant others on such apps. UON News discovered that 24-year-old Ang Chung Kang seems to think so.
We met at this website, this app called Just Dating, and then we are together for like 7 months already.
Still, using dating apps to find true love is still uncommon, and it is usually used for hookups.
For myself, I use it more for hooking up. I think it's very normal if I were to sit at the table and tell my friend that, hey, I matched this girl and, this happened and that happened.
Despite the stigma, finding true love is still possible, as Chung Kang believes.
And some people will be like, they give this judgmental look at me when they found out that I found my girlfriend online, and I was like, don't worry, I will prove it to you, she's the right one.
With dating apps becoming more popular, more people will turn to them to find their other half. As society continues to evolve, finding true love on dating apps might finally be the norm. This is Jack Chong reporting for UON News.
As more people are finding true love through dating apps, we look to see what a special day like Valentine's Day means to couple.
It's a day where you're supposed to show your loved ones how much you love them. So for me, it's no longer, Valentine's Day is no longer just between myself and Angela. It's now also my girls. So when I celebrate Valentine's Day nowadays, I also would like to include my girls. And therefore, this year, I gave them each a flower. 2 years ago, I gave all them chocolates. So I think the significance of Valentine's Day kind of changed for me.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, during courting days, of course, every day is more elaborate. We go for candlelight dinners, and I get very nice gifts, toys with a lot of hearts, sticker hearts on them.
The hippo one. Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
hippo.
right. That's right.
You
So,
bring it up.
I mean, as we grow old together, I won't say that there's no more significance. There still is, as I said earlier. Even the stalk of rose meant a lot to me because that also signifies that he still loves us a lot.
Main thing really is spending time together. I think that's important.
But Valentine's Day is not just for couples. Sherman Boo says her story about it.
Valentine's is just like a day for like your loved ones to spend time with each other. I guess it's like for everyone, not like just for lovers. I can see like more people are going out with their friends or like their loved ones, because last year I think I went to celebrate my best friend. We went to a restaurant, so There were families around also. Not only people celebrating as lovers, but like with their family, like loved ones. Yeah. And this year, I actually spent with my friends and my cousin. I got them flowers. I gave flowers to my mom also on Valentine's. Yeah, then she was really happy because my dad doesn't do that.
With that, we'll conclude this edition of UN News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.